So in project thing, we go that source, new class, and we name our class. It's going to be boring and name it my class. There we go. Here's a class. In every Java program, it's mandatory, it needs a main method. So I'll just write it now. Public static void main and string, which is another array. The reason it's static is so it's shared between the instances of the class. So what is Java? What is a Java program even? A Java program can be defined as a collection of objects that invoke or essentially call each other's methods. A Java program can be made up of a collection of 4 things. I shall write them now. Objects, a class of course, methods, and instance variables. Objects. Objects have state and behaviors. So let's say for example I had a fish object. The way an object is instantiated is through the new keyword, so I could say reference type. I could do reference type equals new fish object, and you create an instance of an object. So a fish object. So we have a fish object. That wasn't code; it was just a little example. Fish object. We do a state. State. We say a color. Another color. Fish, yeah, we name it. Fish can have a name. Fish can also have a type of fish. Behavior. Do the obvious one, swim and eating. So I guess you can eat if it's hungry. If it's not, well, I guess it won't eat. A class is essentially just a blueprint of the program. Methods is where logic is written, where data is manipulated, and where not objects, and where actions are executed. Instance variables are always defined within the class, so here, and outside the method. Do a quick example now. So I'll make a method. It's going to be static, so I'll say static void. Void just means it hasn't got a return type. Let's call it logic. And I'll just do a simple conditional statement in here, and I'll say if 5 is less than 10, write out system out dot println 5 is less than 10, right? And then in our main method, we could call our static method we made here. Static just means it is shared with all instances of the class, so we could just simply say logic here. Click run, and if we click run, it will say 5 is less than 10. If we get rid of the static keyword, as I thought we would get an error, because it's not shared between the instances of the class at the moment. And if we hover over this, it should say one fix available. Change logic to static, so the main method can access it. Eclipse is quite good if you make issues or problems. When you hover over, it offers fixes. I don't normally click on them. I normally like to write them out, but it's useful. But for this demonstration, I'll just click on it so you know what it does. So places, there we go, static. So now you can use it. Before what I said, you could use instance variables, method classes, and objects to create a program. Well, there's one thing I forgot to mention, which are class variables, which are similar to instance variables in that these are instance variables again. So we have a class. They're inside the class, I'll assign a method, so I can say int num1 is equal to 10, and that'll be an instance variable. However, however, class variables are defined with the static keyword, so I say static, so I could say static int num1 is equal to 10, and I can do static int num2 is equal to, let's do it the other way around, 5. And now I could use this class variable inside this conditional statement, because it's inside the class, all the methods can access it. So I'll say num1 is less than num2, and I'll just do some dots here just to show it changed. We'll have the same result though. There we go. I think that's it. Job done. Yeah, okay, so if I took static away here, it would error and probably suggest, there we go, num1 to static, because it's a class variable, and class variables have access to, can give access to all the methods within the class. It's a good idea to have static in front of it, which it suggests. Alright, cheers.